Brad Williams, Excel Prime.
Section 9.2, why we use Excel formulas and functions. In short, we want to make calculations. When data changes, we want these updates to happen immediately instead of in the old days where we used paper, where we used a ledger paper to make calculations. Today we use worksheets to use dynamic calculations, immediate and instant calculations. Now, when we make calculations within this worksheet, we have a lot of different stuff. And without getting into the technical or the verbiage, we can do a lot of things here. We have dates and we can do things with dates. We can do things with text. Forget the color. Okay, this is text, and then we have numbers. So there's a way to work around all of this stuff and make calculations. If we want, for example, if we want to count the number of red, we can do that. If we want to know the difference between the number of days between the July 5th to 2022 and February 21st, we can do that. If we want to add up this information in column D, from D to D4 to D13, we can figure that out using worksheet functions and worksheet formulas. A formula always begins with an equal sign and can contain any of these elements. We have mathematical operators such as plus signs and a star sign, or in this case, an asterisk sign. We have cell references, including name cells and ranges. We have values or text. We have worksheet functions such as sum and average. So for example, here we have row 26 in B26. We have 150 times 0.05, and it starts with an equal sign. So we multiply 150 times 0.05, and this formula uses only values, and it always returns the same result. You could just enter the value, 7.5, into the cell, but using a formula provides information on how the value was calculated. Equals A3 displays the values in A3. No calculation is performed on A3. A1 plus A2 adds the value in cell A1 and A2. Equals income minus expense. Subtracts the value in cell named expenses from the value in the cell named income. Equals sum A1 to A12, and that would be any number in A1 to A12, it would sum. Adds the value range in the cell A1 to A12 using the sum function. Equals A1 equals C12. Compare cell A1 with cell C12. If the values are the same, the formula returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. If you enter information into a cell without starting with the equal sign, it essentially is text information. So if you think you're adding 25 plus 5 and it ends up as 25 plus 5, that is text. To change that, put an equal sign, and now you have 30. That now is a formula. If you want a function, for example, here we have a function, you can type in equals sum, and that's the beginning of a function. Just for reference, there's about 450 different functions within Excel.
Brad Williams, Excel Prime.